Mr. Watson here, and in this video we're going to be looking at moderation. Moderation. Training should not be too intense, too frequent, or too long. Training must be appropriate for the performer to adapt to, while maintaining a healthy, balanced lifestyle. Now, there's the common phrase, you can't out-train a bad diet. It is really important that you have a nutritional diet and you're getting enough sleep. Otherwise, all the training you're doing will be going wasted because your body is not getting the fuel and rest that it needs. Failing to do this can lead to burnout. Now, this can be of a mental fatigue where you mentally do not want to train anymore. You find it a pain to get up on the early mornings and get out for a run before you go to school, before you go to work. But it can also cause overuse injuries. With overworking in training, your quality drops and then you tend to pick up a lot of overuse injuries. You see this a lot in gyms, people who lift heavy weights, but they don't get the sets and repetitions right and end up getting lower back injuries, which can not only affect short-term training, but actually in the longer term, they can really hinder their progress and stop training for a long time. In comparison to a game sport, quite simply, going at too intense for too long brings about knee injuries. It's very common these days playing too long on surfaces that aren't appropriate, or continuing to train at a high intensity when you've already reached the point of fatigue. Now, in game sports where there's a lot of change of direction at speed, can actually do damage to your tendons and ligaments. So, in contrast, we must remember from the last principle, if training does not overload, there may be no adaptation or improvement. So what this is suggesting is that you don't get comfortable at a training speed, duration, the weight. You don't just stay there. You do need to continue to apply progression and overload in order to keep forcing adaptations. However, being smart with this and ensuring that you're doing this gradually is key. But if you were to just continue the same training program for weeks and weeks and weeks, you're going to hit a plateau. So if you've been in the gym trying to improve your muscular strength, however, you continue to bench press the same weight for the next few weeks, you're actually going to hit a plateau and your strength is not going to improve any further. So that is the principle of moderation.